We're here at Data Days Cleveland, the first day, the control day here. And we're talking with Adam Hecktman. Microsoft came here from Chicago. Welcome, glad you're here. Adam.
Thank you, it's phenomenal to be here.
You had a packed room this morning talking about some Excel tips and tricks and using big data and all with Excel. Tell how your session went.
It was terrific. I had a really engaged audience. I had an audience that was really interested in how they use a tool that they use every day, but use it for civic purposes. So we took a look at everything from how to access open data to how to analyze it, to how to visualize it and work with it, transform it. It was a lot of fun.
Now, data comes in so many formats. It's out there available, and you got to pull it into Excel. Do you have any recommendations for accessing and pulling that data in?
Yeah, well, the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you have your problem defined really, really well so you know what type of data to look for. When you find your data, it may come in any of a number of different types of formats, the common format being comma-separated values. I see that our friends from Socrata are here, and you see a lot of government data portals on Socrata. They have a tool called OData. And OData is a format that you can use to bring your data directly into Excel, except instead of just importing it, you're actually subscribing to it. So that means that every time I hit refresh or every time I hit save or open it, I'm getting the latest data without having to re-import it.
And speaking of having the latest of something, there's some people who live in Excel. That's what they do. They go to the office, they work in Excel, and they know every feature and hyperbolic trig and everything else, every formula and skill. There's other people who maybe do a monthly report or they don't use it that often. But there are some significant improvements and necessities really in the latest version of Excel. Can you tell us a little about that and what people might be missing if they're not using it?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, you're never going to be missing the latest and greatest stuff if you subscribe to Office 365. If you download and use Excel 2016, you're going to be taking advantage of improved mapping. Mapping happens to be a really big and important thing that you do with civic data, and doing it in Excel 2016 is absolutely a snap. And then they've added some charts and some visualizations that happen to be pretty useful when you're talking about civic data. Civic data tends to be categorical data or data over time. So adding interesting hierarchical charts like the tree map or the sunburst chart, those types of things enable you to see categories and subcategories and really take your look at your data in an interesting and meaningful way.
So if you're one of those organizations who's trying to access all this big data that's out there and use it to benefit your communities and your cities, you really owe it to yourself to look at the latest version of Excel 2016.
Absolutely, and I would also say if you're taking a look at data from a lot of different data sets, take a look at Power BI. Power BI, it's at powerbi.com. It's a tool that lets you take data from multiple places, bring it all in, create queries, then create really interesting visualizations with it, and then share those visualizations on dashboards and reports.
All right, Adam, we're glad you're here today. You had that sold-out session this morning, and we're looking forward to more from you. Thanks.
Thank you.